Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, ponchos and slickers, usually a necessity buy whenever you make your way to Hard Rock Stadium this time of year. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Miami Dolphins. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26. Offense. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And here now a look at the Dolphins' offensive unit.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
And now the Lions' defensive starters.
When it comes to J.J. Watt, we're about out of superlatives, aren't we? So let's just make this simple. One of the best to ever play the game.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Come on, Check 43. Go.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I did. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down. Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
His passing's been...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're a backup to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 41, Garoppolo. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 26 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Crowell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep is Trevor Davis. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So out now come the Lions. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That one going against the guard, Andrew Norwell. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And now the offense for Detroit.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. And even 40 yards. On 1st down, it's Gurley. About 3 yards there to the 27. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special...
Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. The 30. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 58 yards. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? On play action, it's Garoppolo. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Garoppolo, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Garoppolo, open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. And now the throw taken in by Chark. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now Garoppolo. And able to find Dorsett. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Gurley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Here we go.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And we shift our focus to Isaiah Crowell. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble, because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have the football with him at all times.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Jones has it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jimenez. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2, incomplete. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Jimenez. This is Crowell on the catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Throwing on first down, Jimenez. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Galladay, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Jimenez. It's caught by Crowell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. On the draw, this is Richardson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jimenez. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning.
Oh, pressure comes, and the Dolphins block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. As his guys are in for 6. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. PAT up and good by Rosas.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Here we go. 20. Here we go. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Go ahead.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's Garoppolo to throw, and he'll go down at the 28. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, Garoppolo. Dorsett's got it. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anywhere.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up third down.
On 3rd and 2, Jimenez. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jimenez. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jimenez. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jimenez. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Here we go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half. And now it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is alive. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun.
Here we go, here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Crowell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jimenez got his man. It's Eifert. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Jimenez. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's third down. Draw play, Crowell. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now Gurley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 25 on second down, Garoppolo. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Dumps it off to Gurley. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Offense.
Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4th.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tyler Higbee, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw on 2nd down, Jimenez. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. On 2nd down now, Crowell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Jimenez. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the gun, Jimenez. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's into the clear. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now it's Crowell. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle. A gain of 1 yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jimenez. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that one's complete to Gurley. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And it's a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete to Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Nice, sweetheart.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180! Mike is 59. Mike the 59. We ain't giving up nothing.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Lions on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. A quick throw, it's Arcega-Whiteside. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The Lions on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as his guys continue to pour it on. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. On first down, Jimenez. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jimenez. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
Check 59, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Jimenez. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jimenez. He completes it to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Let's go now. 30 pace, let's go. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Ready, go.
To throw on second down, Jimenez. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd.
On 3rd and 2, Jimenez. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Go. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here we go.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
To throw is Garoppolo. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Ryan Anderson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A throw complete to Dorsett. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll run on 1st down. Melvin. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Melvin. And down inside the 15 he goes. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Watch the screen.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
A first down carry now for Crowell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jimenez. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Looking to throw. Jimenez. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jimenez. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Well, they do get 9 there on the dump-off, but it's not enough. It's 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 50-yard line.
Another carry now for Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Detroit, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.